I'm back there and I have no idea I'm about to go off and I'm back there socializing and I'm like, oh fuck, that's me. So what's up, dudes? Dudettes, bro, chachos, how you guys doing? Yeah! So we're gonna get real here for a second and talk about something that all of us have had experience with at one point or another in our lives. And that's simply put, it's the natural order of things that at one point or another, you are gonna fucking hate your parents. Plain and simple, you are gonna fucking despise them. And mind you, there's simple things like embarrass you, tell you to do things you don't want to do. Mine, no. It's called fucking genetics. Genetics fucking suck. And it's very simple. I wear this hat, and it's not because, trying to look stylish, I'm oozing my chair. Not fun. I got this big old bald spot. It's not a good time. Don't like showing it to people, so I hide it. But over the years, I've learned to love my parents because, you can't really hate them. It's not their fault. You don't have choices in those things. And my dad has become my best friend, and here's why. Have you ever seen that show, Shit My Dad Says? Or whatever the fuck that show's called? I never actually seen it, I don't care. Fuck that shit. But my dad is so goddamn fucking funny with the shit he's told me. I remember being a kid, and he's like, the best meal you can ever have at any point of the day is beer and pizza. And it's because it's fucking pizza and it's beer. You can't fucking beat that, it's the shit. But then there's other stuff he told me that makes absolutely no sense. He told me, he's like, if you drink champagne all night long, then the next day you drink water, you get drunk again. And I'm like, how the fuck does that work? And he's like, no, it does, it really does. And I'm like, do you have a fucking vagina? Why the fuck are you drinking champagne? And he's like, no, Brandon, fuck you. And I'm like, no, really, how does that work? And I've never actually tried it, because last time I checked, I'm not gonna go home and watch Breakfast at Tiffany's and try to be a classy bitch. No, fuck that, no way. But then the other stuff he's told me, these things are sadly kind of true. One of the things was, the only thing a fat girl is good for is giving blowjobs. Unfortunately, it's a little bit true. What are you gonna do about it? But the fact that I'm like a 7-year-old kid, and he's telling me these things, I'm just like, how is this good parenting? How does that work? What's going on? And then, here's some other crazy ass shit that he's told me. One of these things, something about, it was along the whole champagne thing, that you can drink whiskey all night, and then if you get pulled over by a cop, you put a dip in your mouth, you can go through the breathalyzer. I'm like, no, it's impossible. No, there's no way. No, mind you, I never actually had to test this theory, thankfully, because fuck that. Knowing my luck, I would have been fucking screwed. But all these stories he told me, they never actually got me ready for the shit that I've encountered in my older years. Where was he telling me about girls with hair in places they shouldn't have hair? Where was he on that? Why didn't he leave a note on the door that said, yo, what's up, be ready, you're gonna run into this? Where was he on that? He wasn't there. Because, I dated this girl. I was with her, for a couple months. She was awesome. Best thing that ever happened to me. And, we're into the same type of shit. Comic books, video games, just horrible, bad fucking horror movies. That B-rated shit, Snakes on a Plane. That movie fucking ruled. I saw that shit twice in theaters, dude. That movie fucking rocked. And I was with her for so long. And one day we're we're at dinner, having a nice, casual conversation. And I was just staring at her. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? And I'm looking, and I'm like, maybe she has some food on her face. What the fuck is that? And then I realized what I was actually looking at. It was this flowing sea of just black, prickly ass hair just sitting there on her top lip. And I'm just like, nah, let's see this shit. That's not there. But it was. And then after that, the damage is already done. Once you see something like that, you can't ever unsee it. It's now going to be the focus of the whole point. The whole time you're there, that's all you're going to fucking stare at. She's going to be talking, and that's all you're going to see. Just see those hairs going, and it's going to be like, oh, fuck. And nobody wants to be that asshole that's like, hey, I think you have more of a mustache than I do. You might want to do something about that. Nobody wants to be that guy. And he never told me about shit like that. And I'm like, this sucks. Where were you? You dropped a fucking ball on that one. Just like, here's another thing. I'm about to blow some fucking minds in here, because like I already told somebody about this, and they're like, there's no way. Not only have I encountered girls with mustaches, I've encountered nipple hair. Who the fuck else in here can say that? Has anybody else seen nipple hair? Nobody? No one. Apparently not. Nobody else has seen nipple hair on a girl. I've seen it. It's there. It's like fucking discovering Sasquatch. That shit does exist. Fuck the Science Channel. They should come talk to me. I'll fucking send them on their way, and they can all like find anything they want. But I was with this girl. You know, we're fucking, you know, we're doing what we're doing. It's simple. We're all human creatures in here. We all do that. You know, we're sexual beings. Get over it. If I sound like a man whore, and whatever, fuck you guys. But I'm sleeping with her. You know, we're doing the deed. And like, we're fucking in the daylight. Like, there you go. If you want to know you want to be with somebody, fuck them in the daylight, because you can't hide anything. There's nothing to be hid. Like, you're going to see the whole shebang. And, you know, I'm doing what I'm doing, and then I see it, and I'm like, and I don't want to make it obvious that I can see this, and I'm like trying to figure out if it's actually there. So, you know, I'm like playing with her boobs, you know, and I'm like, is this real? Because I assumed it was from me, because like I said, I'm losing my hair. Obviously, I have a beard. I'm not gonna lie, I got chest hair and shit too, so I thought it was from me. I was like, yeah, that's gotta be from me. And I'm sitting there, and I'm looking at them, I'm trying to figure out, and then I figure out that they actually are fucking attached. And it's not like 1, 2, 3 hairs, like there's like multiple hairs. This is like some gorilla looking shit. And I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna do about this? Because in all actuality, like, even though I'm acting cool in the moment, it's like seriously the scene from fucking Indiana Jones with the Ark of the Covenant. I'm just like, fucking what is that? But you can't do that, because then the whole jig is up. She knows something's wrong. And so I continue this act of fucking and doing what I'm doing, and I'm like, what am I gonna do about this? Because I can feel myself slowly getting soft, and it's eventually gonna be like trying to play pool with a piece of rope. Like, she's gonna know something's up. She knows every time I hang out with her, we fuck like 2-3 times a day. So all of a sudden, how am I, you know, losing this erection? And I'm in crisis mode. It's like, I'm like 2 minutes to fucking midnight. I gotta figure something out. I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna do? And then it hits me. Like a fucking eureka moment, like an epiphany. Like fucking, I'm a scientist, and I'm just like, holy shit, I just discovered the speed of light. This is what I do. I get her to go on all fours. Mind you, I'm acting very casual. I'm like, hey babe, when you get on all fours, I'll hit that from the back. And I'm doing her doggy style, and it is what it is. So, I spit on her fucking back. I faked a fucking orgasm. Yet again, what dude in here can say they've done that? Awesome, thank you, I'm not alone. Great. But anyway, I spit on her fucking back. Now it's not like one big old lotus spit, you know, like I have to like kind of dribble it out. Because, you know, you can't just pock a big old booger on that shit. She would have heard me trying to get it going. So I just spit on her back. And I'm at the same time like sitting on my phone to call itself. Like right there, I also left another secret out, you know. I just pulled the curtain back, took off the rose-tinted glasses. Yeah, there are apps out there, everybody, that you can call yourself and set that kind of shit up. If you didn't know, get on it, because you can do some nice fucking shit if you need to. So I set it up, it goes off, casually make conversation, get dressed, and leave. And while I'm outside, it probably looks like I'm having a seizure or something, because like, I'm out there like arm flailing fucking tube man, freaking the fuck out, like developing like PTSD, because now from now on, every time I have a hair in my mouth, I'm actually going to picture this situation. Like I'll be eating a sandwich and just be like, and freaking the fuck out. And like I said, he never warned me about this shit, ever. But then at the same time, I had to think back about who I'm actually talking about, because one time when I was about like 18, 19 years old, same scenario, fucking a girl from behind, whatever, like I said, get over it. And I'm fucking this girl, you know, I had some light music on, you know, some Al Green, you know, Kenny G, something to set the mood, and never took notice that my father came in the room. Like anybody else would have been like a deer in headlights, they would have stopped, freaked the fuck out. Not me, because this is my dad. Like I said, best bro ever. And I didn't notice like he walked into the room and that he's in here doing this because like I said, I'm doing what I'm doing. So like I'm like casually like figure out that someone's in there and I turn around and I'm like, mind you, sit the whole time, still fucking. And I'm like, because I can't like let her know that he's in here watching this because then she would have freaked out. So I'm like telling him to get the fuck out of the room, pantomiming motions, and he's just kind of sitting there like a creeper like, and I'm like, what? Like I wanted to tell him to get the fuck out, but I couldn't. And out of all the things that a normal human being could have done, he just casually walks over, gives me a high five, and then walks out of the room like nothing even happened. And like I said, this is the same guy telling me all these fucking kinds of stories. And like I said, he's my best bro. So maybe the next time when you guys are like in Walmart and you see this fucking chick that has like 5 kids and 5 different dads yelling at him by the fucking pharmacy section, think about how your parents are. Because I mean, at the end of the day, they're still gonna love you, you know? And they're gonna be what they are. Because it could always be fucking worse. They could always, you know, you could have been doing porn on the internet, shoving stuff up your ass, like glass bottles, and it could have broke, and then you gotta end your feed and make me bummed out because I don't know about you, but that sounds kind of shitty. All right, I'm Stubbs, thanks. That's the best I got.